Hello, wealthy family. Welcome to today's Mindset Monday. Thank you for coming and sharing some time with me. I love and appreciate you all. Before I dive into the video, I just want to say thank you, everyone. You all are helping my channel grow. You all are connecting with me. You're boosting me. You all just don't know how good that makes me feel, right? Because I do this not for money, because there's always room to grow in that aspect, but I do this to connect with people, right? I do this so that people can get a deeper understanding, right? So I guess I'm just, with the day that I had, I'm feeling a little bit appreciative and very much grateful, and I just wanted to share that with you all. You know, at the time I'm recording it, it's 2/22. It's February 22nd. We're 2 days into Pisces season, right? I'm a Pisces. I'm currently manifesting 222 subscribers on my website and YouTube channel, and we are ticking that off, right? By my birthday. My birthday is February 28th, you all. I am a Pisces, a February Pisces, right? I slid right on in there. All right, family. So today we are going to talk about how to do something even when it's hard. I had a bit of a hard day today, bit of a hard weekend, actually. It was like a whirlwind roller coaster. My emotions have been everywhere, but just like my shirt says, if y'all can see it, sorry I'm late. I didn't want to come. I didn't want to show up. I was kind of I'm not going to make a video today. I was kind of drab because my husband had an unexpected trip come up, and it kind of threw me off whack, off balance. But I had to come back and recenter myself. And I had someone say to me, "Oh, you always make things look so easy." I'm like, no, that's not the case. So here we are, Mindset Monday. When you are faced with something, or when people are faced with something that they deem as hard, automatically, I've spoken about this before, they have a sideline trait come up to help them protect themselves, okay? So now you're mentally preparing yourself in the case that you fail, that it won't sting so bad. When you're facing something that seems hard, you have to be aware of what those inner voices are saying. What is your immediate reaction when you think that you're encountering something that's somewhat impossible or maybe difficult to attain? When you can hone in on that, when you can zip in on that voice, on that action, on that habit, on that energy, that familiar feeling that you get every single time, you can now begin to course correct that, right? And then you can start to look at the bigger picture. See, I felt out of sorts because I don't like feeling when I'm not in control of things. I don't know if you all can tell that about me, but I like to be in control of things, or have a clear understanding of what's happening, or I like to plan, even though things don't always go according. But I like to have something like that solid in place. And when you're presented with something that's hard, initially you start to feel like, oh, how am I going to accomplish this, right? It feels like it's far removed from you. So you have to always keep in mind that you have a piece to play in the larger picture. It's a bigger picture. My husband leaving unexpectedly is part of the bigger picture to go help these people in Texas. They need it, right? They're out there playing with our brothers and sisters, right? So when you look at the bigger picture, you can now get a clear understanding. It's okay to feel afraid, or to feel scared, or to feel sad, or whatever those feelings that come up. It's okay to feel that way when you're presented with something that's hard, but you can't stay there. That's how you overcome something that you're faced with that seemed as hard, because you stay with your emotions, you nurture the emotions, you give love to those emotions, and you work your way out of it, whether it's by talking to yourself, or you making a solid plan, or okay, let's work through this. But you have to tackle it one piece at a time. The best way to overcome something, whenever I've had to overcome something that's difficult or hard, I tackled it one piece at a time. Okay, we got to break this bad boy down, right? I see the bigger picture. Now let's see the moving parts. Now let me see what role I have to play in it, so I can go ahead and fulfill that. And always know that whatever it is that you're working towards, or you're working to gain, right? Whenever this thing that's hard, what is the outcome going to be, right? What's your reward going to be? When you can see that and you can focus on that, now you know that the journey or the path that you're going to take is just like the filler, right? That's how I like to look at things. I like to put things in a bubble and just say, okay, this is like a filler. This is what I'm just doing to get from point A to point B, right? Then things don't seem so hard anymore. Things that seem hard just seems like it's bigger than you. It's monumentous. It's foreign to you. It's unknown. And a lot of times people fear the unknown. They fear what they can't control. But if you surrender that feeling and you look at the big picture and you get a clear understanding and you know yourself, so you know the energies or the trigger or the familiarity, that anxiety that you begin to feel when you're faced with something that's hard, now you can redirect that energy. You can refocus it. It's a mental thing. It's all mental. But because a lot of us live in the mental too much, right? We tend to overthink things at times or want to question things, which is human, right? That's physical. Although a lot of us have those traits, we still have the power to bring that in. But it takes consistency. You have to be consistent. You have to continue to build that momentum and that habit of tackling things when they seem hard and not give up. It's always easier to give up, but when you give up, a little piece of you is dying inside. That's the saying, if it doesn't kill you, it makes you stronger. Are you being mentally made strong? Because everything starts in the mind. Everything is a thought process. Everything begins with thought. So when you start looking at things that's presented as hard or difficult, emotionally, physically, you just have to break it down. Break it down to a size that you can handle. And then take it one step at a time. We do not have to be superhuman. But we have the ability to be superhuman if we train that superhuman muscle to be able to analyze things. A lot of people, in my husband's words, are missing analytical sense. And that's no knock, because it's not something that's driven. It's not something that's spoken about, that's seen as important. Everything is just shoveled to us and given to us. And there's no fend for yourself or figure this out for yourself or use those basic skills. So sometimes when things appear out of our comfort zone, it can seem as hard or difficult. And then we begin to overthink things, and we now make a mountain out of a molehill. See, things that build against us and then causes us to be weighed down and causes us to have anxiety and those lower level emotions and feelings, there's nothing wrong with those things that cause that. But what's wrong is staying there mentally by beating ourselves up constantly. And if it's a habit that you have, it's easier said than done. You're going to have to create a habit of not doing it. But all a habit is a series of continuous choices to stay in that momentum. And sometimes it can be hard to break that momentum. Some people are addicted to having things that is hard. Some people are addicted to having difficulty in their life. They feel that they don't deserve ease. And I'm not saying that everything is peaches and cream all the time. It's like I said, I have my moments. And I feel I live a pretty good life. However, it takes consistency. And there's a balance in everything. So as high as you are, you have the opportunity to go just as low. But what are you going to feed? What are you going to allow to continue to grow? And when you're faced with hard situations, are you going to go in head first? I got to get this done. Deal with solutions. Okay, this is a situation that came up. What are our options? What option is going to be best? Okay, that's the solution. Let's go. Now, what do we have to do to make it happen? What do I have to do to make it work? And when you start moving with that type of momentum, with that type of mental training, things don't seem so hard anymore. But it takes consistency. And consistency isn't 2 days or 2 weeks or 2 months. It's said that the same amount of time it takes you to do one thing is going to take you to like reverse it. So you got to put that work in. So those are just some things that I've seen, that every single time I've overcome a hard situation, that's what I've done. And I'm still here. I've survived, and you survived 100% of every worst day of your life. And if you're like me, you've had a couple. Okay, wealthy family, that's all that I have for you today. I love you all. I'm thankful for you all. And until we connect again, stay alert, stay aware, and live in love. Peace.